Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Marvel Midnight Suns. Last time we recruited Wolverine and we talked to the old Ghost Rider. He has a parchment of power which has part of the prophecy on it, I guess. And he's going AWOL somewhere else. But somehow we're supposed to figure this out. I guess this parchment will tell us what to do next.
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
And yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see how that goes. We also took down a pit mother, I think is what it's called. Little baby versions of Lilith that share her voice and the way she talks, and also are very psychically powerful and can raise up like little monuments and stuff that just buff everyone besides us and debuff us. Not fun to go against. Hopefully we don't gotta go against a lot of those, but
Grade A bull. Wolverine's how old? Sure, let's throw another ancient dude at the problem.
They could take that show anywhere? Why isn't it on a tropical island?
Can we trust Johnny Blaze? I'd like to believe we can.
I think I'm gonna hang out with
I saw a
Morbius.
listing for a 4-story walk-up, Upper West Side. Maybe your new sanctum?
Tony, I can't think about that now. The sanctum wasn't just a home. It was a part of me.
I know. Just thought it might cheer you up. Hey, I heard about this crazy video online. A monkey riding a cat like it's a horse. You want to take a look?
No.
I think you'd love it. Maybe they were enchanted.
I said no. Tony, don't you realize what I'm going through? My whole world has quite literally blown up.
I just want to cheer you up, that's all. Hey, you want to curse me? No, just kidding. Don't curse me.
I'm gonna have a drink. I think meditation wouldn't be the best, and I don't know about working out.
What drove you to study medicine, Doctor?
I know what it's like to feel suffocated by a disease. I wanted to help others avoid my fate.
Yep.
I admire your compassion.
To be fair, it wasn't entirely selfless. I needed to learn biology to cure myself.
I believe you are a good man.
Thank you for saying so. But I was not always the man you know.
You are haunted by your past, but your past does not define you.
I was full of selfish ambition. I used my resources to further my own goals over the needs of others.
Would you do things differently if you had the chance?
Of course.
Then you have grown into a better person.
I see. Then may I never stop growing.
What would you like? Crystals. New Mutants. X-Men. Do you like stuff that's blood or health related? Um, I don't know if I have really anything for him. For those who came from an upscale background, he came kind of from a poor background. But maybe
It's always
he
nice
liked
to
it, he
get
didn't
out
love
and
it.
about. But it is better when the sun's down.
Okay, he has better willpower. Or I do. So, Increases the percentage of maximum health recovered at the start of each turn. Okay, I
We're
recovered
really getting
2%.
to know each other.
Better than nothing.
Thanks, Hunter.
You get more friendship and better
I should try
resilience.
blending blood into...
Now, there's usually all sorts of chaos at carnivals, but this was out of hand.
And I got a 12% chance to ignore status effects. Not bad, not great, but not bad. And there's a chest out here I can get. Okay, let's talk to Iron Man first.
Oh, Hunter, you here to yell at me too? They're accusing me of keeping secrets, as if that's the biggest problem we have right now. I don't know, maybe the demonic green sky over New York was too subtle for them to notice?
I think they noticed.
Well, it wasn't intentional. We were supposed to win in New York. We weren't supposed to lose the Sanctum, or Avengers Tower. Or Banner. I mean, call me crazy, but would sitting everyone down and telling them all about Blaze and the Parchment really have made a difference?
You should share everything with the team. It is the only way to build trust.
Well, maybe I dislike sharing everything. Probably some latent issues related to my parents' death, and whoa, I better save some for my therapist. Things are spiraling out of control, and right now I just need to figure out what to do about this prophecy.
You really think you can stop the Darkhold's prophecy by working in here?
Well, I'm kind of known for making the impossible possible.
True.
Give me a couple hours and a decent lunch, maybe an Italian hoagie, and I can fix anything. Trust me.
If you want to stop the prophecy over lunch, I think you will need a bigger lunch.
Well, I need to be careful not to eat too much, especially carbs. I just blow up and, blow up. Huh. Please excuse me. I need to jot down some ideas.
Are you making prophecies of your own?
Shoo, go, genius at work. Gotta get a sign.
Okay, then we can meet Wolverine. Officially. I mean, we've met him 3 times on the battlefield, but now it's official.
You know, it's kind of rude to walk around in here and not give me so much as a hello.
I assumed you were asleep.
I don't sleep much. But that doesn't stop me from enjoying the company of a comfortable bed when I spot one.
After that fight at the Quentin Carnival, I suppose we all could use a lengthy rest.
I can't get too comfortable. Not so long as Sabretooth's still out there.
He is your quarry, I take it?
I guess you could say that. We have a history. None of it nice. Though he's definitely changed. His nasty side got, well, nastier.
From what I have seen, he should not be much trouble for you.
I've been tracking and fighting him for decades. If he was easy to handle, trust me, I would have put him away for good ages ago. This last time, though, he's gotten even more deadly.
Then I hope you can rise to the challenge. Does not look like you are planning to stay long. Some find our abbey to be a bit unnerving.
Oh, this place is nothing. You'd be surprised at some of the places I've rested my boots.
You talk like that, now you have to tell me some stories.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I've been all over the planet. And a few other planets besides.
Other planets?
Yeah. We're not alone in the universe, you know. There's the Kree, there's Skrulls, there's the Brood. Most aliens you're better off avoiding, but there's a few good ones out there. I'll tell you though, after a while, all you really care about is a nice soft bed. I see the way you're looking at me. Who's this mysterious guy hanging out in my place all of a sudden?
Perhaps.
Tell you what, I've got a little break between people trying to kill me, so let's have a little chat.
What do you know about this Johnny Blaze?
He's a flaming jackass. Used to be known as the Spirit of Vengeance, until even his attitude got too bad for that job. Seems like he's really committed to the carny life now. Must be the funnel cakes and fried candy bars.
Do you think a man like that is up to the challenge before him? Guarding
If
the
it
Parchment
wasn't
of
so
Power is
unhealthy.
not a task taken lightly.
Yeah, we faced some vile customers together. He may not have the flaming skull thing anymore, but he's got guts where it counts.
How long have you known Sabretooth? Seems like you two have a history.
Centuries.
His real name's Victor Creed, and you're right. We've got bad blood going back a long time. Believe it or not, we used to be teammates and pals. Kinda.
They say familiarity breeds contempt.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they get things dead on sometimes. Didn't take me long to notice he wasn't exactly playing with a full deck. Creed and I have long since chosen to follow different paths. Yet somehow we keep ending up at the same friggin' destination.
You seem like a nomad, but surely you have a place you call home.
I guess you could say Xavier's place has been the closest thing to a real home I've ever had.
Who?
Oh, Professor Charles Xavier. He's got a swanky place outside of New York City. A private school. Lots of space and plenty of interesting folk. It's a lot like your Abbey here. Except Charles has a baseball field.
Baseball?
Yeah, if you got interest, I'd be happy to explain all the rules sometime.
You seem to know everyone. I assume you know the Midnight Suns as well.
I know some of these kids. Didn't know they got themselves a band name.
Who do you know?
Magic, for instance. She's the kid sister of a buddy of mine, Pyotr Rasputin. I call him Colossus.
Yep.
Interesting. You and she have similar attitudes.
Maybe because we have similar backgrounds. I grew up in Canada, surrounded by wolves, and she grew up in Limbo, surrounded by demons.
Which place is worse, Canada or Limbo?
Oh, Limbo. They don't have hockey.
Bruh.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
It's been a pleasure. If you have more questions, you know where to find me.
Sir, you there? I'm in the library. It's super important you meet me here ASAP.
Did you learn something about how to save Wanda? Plus, we got a new hero. I think that might be everyone, but you never know. Yeah, X-Force is better. I just can't with that. Yeah, and you get your basic Wolverine suit. There you go. Everybody has a different color besides Ghost Rider, I think, and Nico. How much do I got? Not enough. I'll have to wait till next time. But after that, I can just start spending it on casual wear, so I can alternate it between days and also gifts. But I have so many gifts so far.
We're fighting flaming orcs now? Those critters look like orcs, right?
You both work so well together.
Right back at you.
I'll go compliment Wolverine to start things off.
Nice work out there, newbie.
You really seem to know yourself.
That's good for the old ego.
Well, I hope so. He's been alive for, if you go by the movie, a little bit before World War I, World War II. So, 1900s, 1800s, late 800s, 1800s, I mean.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
So yeah, I hope he would know himself. It was good because I was going to come here anyway because I got to read book. If there is one. I guess there's none. Okay. What's up?
What are you reading, Nico?
A limited edition print of the Book of Thoth.
The Book of Thoth? Where did you find a book of such rarity?
I didn't. Someone just left it out. Weird, too, because I was looking for a book on chaos magic so I could understand Wanda's grimoire a little better. I didn't think I was gonna find any, since Caretaker probably hid or burned every single text on the topic. But, poof, here this was, waiting for me.
Either magic or it was Agatha.
It has been my experience that what we seek usually has a way of finding us first.
Yeah, maybe, but it's not like books just pull themselves off shelves and onto tables. Well, not in this castle at least. Someone left this out.
I wonder who.
Sometimes I think this library is haunted by a friendly librarian ghost.
Find anything helpful in it?
I did. There's a historical account of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who was struck by a dark madness after reading a page from an old book called...
The Darkhold.
The Scrolls of Cthon.
Wait, that is another name for the...
Darkhold, I know. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the first case of corruption in recorded history.
Was this pharaoh's corruption ever purified?
Hold up, I haven't gotten to that part of the story. So the legend goes that nothing could cure the pharaoh until this traveling light worker came along, laid his hands upon the pharaoh, and recited an incantation. The pharaoh came back to his senses and returned to his good old classical Egyptian disbody self.
Yeah.
Sounds like the best possible outcome was reached for everyone involved.
Well, not for everyone. So like, when the Lightworker recited the incantation, he absorbed all the pharaoh's corruption into his own body and, died.
He did not survive?
No. But the lines of the incantation he used are scattered throughout this book. I'm gonna have Magic help me transcribe them and see if we can use them to cure Wanda.
Let me get this straight. You and Magic plan on piecing together a 100,000-year-old incantation that worked once and killed the person who said it?
Yes?
Nico, that sounds too dangerous, even for you.
I have to try something!
Caretaker will not be pleased if she hears about this.
Caretaker can deal. Well, I'm gonna find Magic, see if we can make a dent in this transcription. I'll give you a shout when we do. Until then, not a word about this to anyone.
This is not good. Not good at all. If she does this, whoever does it is dead. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're dead. I mean, Scarlet Witch is powerful enough and she could, if free, take on... She could take on Lilith, but what if we just got Mephisto to help again? I mean, he is a demon, or the devil. But he did help Venom. Maybe it pops in again. I don't know. Try this again.
Whoa.
Here we
If you remember from the last trial, I told you that Hippus was consumed by his brother, Set, who absorbed his power. It was this betrayal that opened all minds, including Chthon, the path towards their own corruption.
As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me. They cannot possibly match your strength. You were too weak for this fight. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Your mother abandons you. The advantage is mine. They are still coming for me. Our resolve cannot be broken.
I don't think we'll be seeing any Serpent Men, but in his heyday, Set created his own personal army, much like Lilith and her children. He seemed to have an unusual fascination with Earth's various reptile species.
Get rid of the lifelink, guys.
Feel my pulse.
Can I cure myself?
Will heal you. This shall be of great help.
There you go. Redraw this. I get block and I also go invisible. Good. And let's redraw you.
An old witch will tell you, when the now corrupt Set descended upon the Earth, he used the prevailing reptiles of the time, dinosaurs.
I am impressed. This shall be of great help.
There you go.
Return to your mother. There is no escape.
We might actually do it.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics. Leave some distance.
No. Okay. That was still good though. I think we did it. Probably go down,
I will
but
hold the line.
Unfortunately for those lumbering beasts, when autumn came to destroy Set, the ensuing for thousands of years, and drove them to extinction alongside their fallen admirer.
The being favored by the elder gods. You were unprepared.
so I can knock him in with something. That works.
No mercy for the souls of women.
Easy.
Pathetic.
And then just in case I need it, which I probably don't, I'll heal myself.
Behold the light's gift. Welcome assistance.
And redraw these. And set up even more bombs everywhere, because I need that. Yes.
I wouldn't go so far as to say Set is pleased, but I'm sure you've piqued his interest.
Let's go. We got the ability now. The last word of power. Which I'm gonna guess is break. $87. And we got the fragments to put together here. Let me grab this first. Just in case.
This looks like
Yep. Break. I knew it. With Set's favor, physical barriers that stand in your way will be torn down. Walls, barricades, and other natural obstacles shatter before the power break. You look like you could break. Haha. Okay. All attacks are crits for the entire mission for next time. That's pretty good. Now we can break through everything we need to for the final exploration around the Abbey. Starting with this. But we'll talk to Agatha first.
Break the wall, Hunter.
Okay.
I will be right here. After.
Why you say it like that?
Set regards no obstacles.
My sister tells me it can be helpful to ink one's thoughts onto page. That this is how she sorts through the chaos in her own mind. And that it may help me as well. But what do I say here? Is this the appropriate space to direct my yearnings for a normal life? Every time that I pass through East Transia to visit the markets, I envy the men and women living in complete ignorance of the supernatural swirling around them. Their greatest threat is whether or not they can supply and sell enough goods. I spend my days and nights plagued with nightmares of the darkest evils. Can't purify any of this? No.
Perhaps I asked too much of him.
What is this? Just don't look. That's just like in the place with Shaw.
Sarah?
What are you doing here?
Of all the things you weren't expecting, finding me here had to be near the top of the list.
Have you been following me?
On the contrary, kiddo. I think it's you that's been following in my footsteps. Speaking of which, have you been enjoying the trials? I'm not sure how you found your way down that path, but you've obviously impressed the gods, just like your mother and I did.
You are being much calmer than I expected about all this.
It's not her.
You aren't the first member of your family to sneak away and attempt the trials. I remember raising more than a few eyebrows on my run.
This from the favored daughter of Oshter?
I always respected Oshter, especially compared to some of her siblings.
And my mother?
I think she saw something of herself in Autumn, but she was never one to flatter the gods.
She seems to have no issue kneeling to Chthon.
Is that really what you believe, Hunter?
Yes.
It is the truth.
It's only the truth because that's what I've led you to believe all these years.
And now?
If you've come this far, then there's really no point in hiding it anymore.
This place, sealed and hidden away beneath my mother's garden. This was you again. Something else you wanted to lock away.
Would you believe it's because I've been a stubborn old woman for far too many centuries?
Yes.
This may be difficult to understand given what you've been told, how you were raised. But your mother isn't the bastion of evil the world knows her to be.
Yes, I know she was not the mother of demons when she was with my father.
There's more to it than that. I told you of her work to find a cure for his illness.
Yes.
There was nothing she could do, and when he passed, she accepted his fate. But then, the corruption came for you.
I was sick? I do not remember that at all.
I'm not surprised, given the cure. You were so young, so vulnerable. Lilith was inconsolable. If she had been desperate to heal your father, she was now completely unhinged when it came to curing you.
So she went to
She did
Chthon?
find a way.
We had thought to bury it in this place forever, safe from not just the greedy eyes of petty men like Shaw, but from ourselves.
The Darkhold.
Yes, and sensing your mother's desperation, the damn thing called out to her. There within its pages, Lilith found a way to protect her child. Straight from the Great Shadow himself, Chthon. And as payment, she pledged her eternal devotion to him. Reborn as the Mother of Demons.
She only wanted more power for herself.
Lilith had no need for more power, and certainly not at the cost of her only child.
But she's reveled in her time as Chthon's harbinger.
Has she? Do we really know what she believes now?
But what she became...
What she became? I barely recognized. She may have been your mother, but there was no way she could be your mother ever again.
And so you cast her out.
She was weakened from the transition. Some part of her soul still struggling with the corruption infecting her, I suppose. I knew I would only have the moment, and so... I struck, drove her from the Abbey. From you. It was the only way I could protect you. In my mind and in my heart, I believed that the Lilith I knew would have done the same.
But then she came back.
Yes, it took her years, but she finally returned. Of course, by then, she had become something far different. The rest, as you know, is history. Until now. I thought by sealing this place, by avoiding the truth, that it would somehow make all of this easier.
You did a Luke and Kylo Ren moment.
We would have this conversation.
You thought, you saw the darkness in her and decided, hey, I'm gonna try to strike it down while I can, instead of giving her a chance to maybe, possibly, still being the mother of demons, but still good. And doing that not only made her more powerful, but also turned her evil. 100%. Instead of giving her a chance.
All this time. All these years. How could you?
I don't expect you to forgive me anytime soon, Hunter. But at least you know the truth.
Like, it's so stupid to keep something like that.
I hope your conscience is clear now.
I will carry this with me for the rest of my years. You can take comfort in that, Hunter.
Ah, yes. I'm so happy from that. And are you gone? Annihilation. Consume all heroism to damage each enemy in an area. 35 for each. Dang.
Blaze has the parchment. We must find him again, before Lilith does.
What a remarkable day. We received correspondence from America, specifically a small town called Salem. While it is a tragedy what these witches are enduring, a madman that calls himself Hiram Shaw appears to be causing quite a stir among the magically gifted. Sarah has a great gift to help them. We've sent the Knights of Wonder Girl off to provide them a moon seal. If only I could have gone myself. If only just to experience something new. Shaw has increased his efforts as of late, and his cruelty makes my heart ache. To hang or burn another human being. Perhaps this is what Sarah wanted to shield me from all those years ago. Where I saw mortal joy, she could only see the darkness. I am grateful for the men and women of this town that reject Shaw's cruelty, and I do I do think that I have found some new friends. Sarah and I have done something truly amazing. We have moved the Abbey from Transia to a small town called Salem in North America. To move something of that size and history across seas, I honestly wasn't sure it was even possible, and yet here we are, no longer hiding in the shadow of Wundagore Mountain. I'm optimistic. I know that we still have work to do here, but I can't help my curiosity. It is so completely different here. Many new people to meet and learn from. My sister tells me that my spirit is too free, but I simply don't think that is possible. I spend too much time wondering about mortal life. At least that is what Sarah tells me. What is it like to fall in love, grow a family, and enjoy carefree afternoons in the country watching the children bound through the fields? Simpler, that I know for certain. Sarah and I spend our days and nights doing our sacred duties as blood descendants, and she tells me that I should be proud of our work to keep the people of this world safe, to enjoy their simpler lives. But what if I want to live a simple life? Could I? So what do I do with this?
There must not be anything here. There is only so much this can do. The goddess disagrees.
Can't do anything.
I remember once, Hunter, when you called this place home.
Can I break this?
Set must not be listening today.
Black Tom. I guess I didn't get anything from it. There you go. Now we can break through everything else.
Glad to see Nico found the book I left out for her useful. Took me a while to dig that one up. I hadn't intended on eavesdropping, dear, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Sarah.
Did you know about my mother?
Sarah was never any more forthcoming about Lilith with me than she has been with you. She must have felt it was safer to keep both of us in the dark.
That's stupid. Yeah, but at what cost?
At the cost of a great deal of pain and suffering.
You don't have to tell me, dear. Had I known what Sarah was hiding, maybe I wouldn't have pushed Wanda as hard as I did.
And to say nothing of what this did to you?
It may sound ridiculous, but if someone had to end up this way, I'm glad it was me. Can you imagine what a nightmare Sarah would be as a poltergeist?
Oh, God.
That is true. We may have had another terror stalking the grounds had things gone differently.
And despite everything, I have to say, I'm glad we were able to spend this bit of extra time together, Hunter.
I enjoyed it too, Agatha.
I'm glad, dear. But there are still more secrets to discover, if you're interested.
I am.
More still? How will I know where to find them?
Oh, I'd say some combination of dumb luck and persistence? But in all seriousness, with Set's blessing, you'll be able to break down all sorts of things, I imagine.
Yep, all the walls
I'm sure
and
you'll figure it
the
out.
doors.
Just have fun, dear.
Cool beans. Starting with this, we can use this as double check. I'm pretty sure this will work. Yep.
Set is in good humor today.
Where am I? Another new area. The Devil. Damon Hellstrom is a vision of power as he stands before flames, hungrily grinning at its chest of unknown treasures. This card represents the ego and greed as well as temptation. Interessante. I am pleased to admit that the coven has been eliminated. Deemed guilty by myself and my congregation, we did what was necessary to pave the way for a brighter future. Now I must turn my attentions to the women of that cursed transient abbey. Perhaps there is a chance that I could draw Lilith out and share my truth. If there is any chance that she will listen, I must try. Okay, he didn't want to kill everyone right away? The stone pyramid. What the heck is this? This is not creepy at all.
What is this?
Black pyramid of arcane stone crafted by the Sisters of the Coven. Okay, there's a chest.
He hears me, but has no answer.
Is that all this
She does not
is?
see it happening. If it
Just
were
a
meant
chest,
to be broken,
okay.
Set would gladly assist.
Oh, okay, that's all it was. I thought there was going to be something inside of it, not just... Oh, this is a marker for a chest. So I can break this. Yeah.
Such revels in his blessing.
Something is happening to me. Is this the price that I must pay for what I've done? My mind races, consumed by a spiraling darkness. Even my body appears to be changing right before my eyes, and this dark power seeps out of me, bubbling up like oil from the earth. Have I made a mistake? And yet, when the babe's tiny fingers curl around mine, I am reminded I did the right thing.
He does not seem interested in breaking that.
There you go.
Nothing can stand in his way.
Just a weird angle, I guess. Garden of Envy. Okay, so that was that over there. Then there's this over here.
The Father of Serpents is smiling.
Oh, can't see anything. Got another masterwork, and
If it was here, Autumn would show.
There you go.
He sees our path.
Okay, just a key. Okay, I guess. There's a breakable over here.
Set revels in his blessing.
Not creepy at all. Okay. There was still a breakable over here, I think. I never went down the path, I went up the path. So where is this? Nothing on that table. Do another one. The Judgment. The souls lost to Galactus's destruction reach out for the lingering hope of rebirth, whether on their own world or beyond. The card represents awakening and forgiveness, as well as truthful self-reflection. Interesting. For how long has this great stone abbey overlooked my quaint church? I cannot remember its presence, and yet it is here as if it has always stood. Perhaps I have forgotten it. Truly, my mind seems to play tricks on me these days. No doubt a side effect of the great power of Chthon that I have become a conduit for. And yet, these women that have appeared alongside it, newcomers and clearly outsiders of Salem, they will be investigated.
Set is in good humor today.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go back up. Is there anything else in here to break? What if I break this? No.
Set is a temperamental god.
Okay, there's gotta be more breakables somewhere else. Pretty sure there's nothing along here, right? Oh, there's a barrier.
Nothing can stand in his way.
Under a bridge. Oh god. Can't see crap in here. It's in our bone. Skull of Margaret Adams. Her power is still felt even today. Oh, the last guy to pray to. Or pay respects to, I mean. Without Gregor, I am empty. What is the purpose in fighting against evil when something so simple as sickness can take away my only joy in this world? I worry that I could lose the child that I carry within my womb. So many lives lost in the village, so little hope to be found. Hiram Shaw and a select few of his followers appear to be immune. Or perhaps he is the one that has released this sentence upon the people of Salem. Skull of Ann Stevens, another member of the Salem Coven. Now I paid respects to all four. Golden chest. Thought it would have been something more than that, but that's okay. I have warmed to the collar that I wear. Sarah and Agatha have taught me how to use it as a channel, a means to harness the wilderness of my powers into something controlled. Something that I can really put to use. It feels like my lessons have shifted. No more hypotheticals or talking through scenarios, but instead more practical training, sparring even. There is a brief look of surprise on Sarah's face whenever I best her, and I savor those moments, though they are rare for now. New Haven? I fear I will lose this baby. I find myself in the dark chamber beneath ground, unable to fight away the sickness that ravages my body. I thought that I could find hope within the Darkhold's magic, but I worry it is too late for me, for my child. Could there be a future where we see the light again? For Hunter, yes. For you, not so much. I mean, I guess I get it, save your child, but really turning yourself into a demon? Skull of May Richards. Power still flows through this skull. I could take it no longer, and I fled into the night to confront Shaw. He has been sealed away forever. If there was a man inside of him once, it was no longer. The Darkhold took away any humanity that had remained long ago, and now I have it. I have this cursed scroll. If only I had moved quicker on him, my dead Gregor would still... Perhaps there may be an answer here within this powerful page. Perhaps there may be some good that could come from this power. I don't know. I will admit, I was fearful when the idea first came to me, but with Chthon's gentle push, I knew that it was the right thing to do, so I have designated a hanging tree for those that seek to oppose us. There is only room in Salem for those seeking the truth, those who are good, and those who listen carefully to what I share. We cannot tolerate those affected with darkness, and they must be purged. Okay. Whatever makes you sleep better at night, buddy. Were they witches? Yes. Were they bad witches, though? No. But it doesn't matter. More power. Okay, now I can work my way back up. Get some stuff.
Interesting.
Okay. There's some walls down here, right? There's one here.
The Father of Serpents is smiling.
We are but a mere speck in the cosmos. Chthon, ever waiting, ever watching. He controls all. I have been his plaything all along, and now he taunts me as I wither in this darkness. Damned by the Sisters of Transia, death grant me freedom. Ooh. No good. No bueno. Then there's gotta be one this way. Pretty sure there's nothing at the church. Yeah, there's nothing at the church. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this episode here. Next time I'm gonna just keep breaking stuff and completely explore the abbeys as best I can. Might we miss one thing in a corner? Possibly. But for the most part, the abbey is completely discovered. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.